Good evening. My name is Nancy Leigh, and I've been a member of the Lakeshore Wind Ensemble for 30 years, serving as treasurer of the Lakeshore Wind Ensemble Association for the past 21 years. The Wes Teply Community Service Award in the Arts was established in 1999 by the Lakeshore Wind Ensemble Association to recognize individuals, groups, and organizations who have substantially contributed to the arts in the greater Manitowoc area. The Lakeshore Wind Ensemble Association has chosen Mr. Bill Hansen as the recipient of the 2022 Wesley Teply Community Service Award in the Arts. There is a listing of Bill Hansen's many contributions to the arts in your program, but his impact on students is far greater than the list can express. Mr. Hansen retired from Lincoln High School in 2020 after 33 years, where he taught theater, public speaking, technical theater, international baccalaureate theater, as well as running extracurricular theater activities. During that time, I was very fortunate to have Mr. Hansen as a teacher. I was also in his after-school theater club. I didn't know what I was getting into at the time, but it sounded like fun, so I thought I'd give it a try. And an incredible world was opened up to me. In high school, at least way back when I was in high school, everyone had their stereotypes and labels. The popular kids, the jocks, the smart kids, the slackers, and the list goes on. But when you entered Mr. Hansen's theater, you left that label at the door, and you became an equal collaborator with everyone else. You no longer had to worry about being made fun of or doing the wrong thing. Everyone trusted and respected everyone else. This was not something Mr. Hansen ever had to lecture about. This was just the atmosphere he created and maintained. The plays he chose for us to work on always had some deeper meaning for us to think about. This was a fun after-school activity, but we were constantly being challenged and constantly learning and thinking, even if we didn't realize it at the time. Mr. Hansen had this amazing ability to cast people in roles that would challenge them, yet they could excel at. He taught us to keep working and keep improving in everything we did. One of the yearly events he ran was a night of original works. It was really a cool experience to see your own work performed on stage in front of a real audience and to perform in plays written by your friends. Mr. Hansen was also an incredible mentor outside of his classroom as well. In my English class, we were reading a play that I found hilarious at times, but utterly depressing at the end. My class seemed pretty indifferent to the whole thing. I talked to Mr. Hansen about it, explaining what I thought, and he took the time to talk about his feelings and the overall meaning of it. I was able to confidently write my essay, thanks to Mr. Hansen's support. This wasn't even his class, but he took the time to help me understand it better. My son Garrett also had the privilege of having Mr. Hansen as a teacher. I saw Garrett's confidence grow with every speech he prepared for class. He really disliked school in general, but in order to take the technical theater class, chose to take some other classes over the summer to open up room in his schedule for Mr. Hansen's classes. Mr. Hansen has been an inspiration for so many students during his time at Lincoln. I hear a lot of past students list him as one of their most influential teachers. He truly is one of those rare individuals who is able to bridge the gap between the world we dream about and the one we live in now. In addition to the plaque Bill Hansen will receive tonight, his name will be permanently displayed on a plaque in the music department of the University of Wisconsin, Green Bay, Manitowoc campus. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Lakeshore Wind Ensemble Association, it is my honor to present the 2022 Wesley Teply Community Service Award in the Arts to Mr. Bill Hansen.
The students that are out there, are probably aware that I'm usually not at a loss for words. But this would be that type of occasion that I feel I owe it, not only to you as audience members who don't know me, and wind ensemble members who haven't had the chance to meet me, to say a few things. So, Lakeshore Wind Ensemble, I really appreciate the fact that the award has been established and you are recognizing contributions that people make to make this a great community to be in, experience the arts, and practice the arts. And to name it after Wesley Teply, and then to have that given to me is an immense honor. And I'm very, very honored and grateful. If we do our job in the arts, and we touch others' souls and spirits, it stays with us for a life. Such is the fact with one time when I heard Wesley and you guys perform Rhapsody in Blue. I cannot listen to that piece of music without seeing him at that keyboard and moving me to tears. So it is with what my students and I would try to do for you as audience members. Earn something into your heart and soul that would stay with you the rest of your life, so that you would remember that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, in our lifetime, the most important thing we have to spend is our time. How we spend our time and who we spend our time with are the two most profound decisions we make. Look at this group. They choose to spend their time doing music with each other with the idea of sharing it with us. What a great gift, what a great joy, and what a great loss it was during the pandemic when we couldn't gather in a live performance. As I think about how fortunate I've been to spend my time, I want to thank Manitowoc Public Schools for giving me 33 years of opportunities to work with some great colleagues, staff members, faculty, support personnel that encourage everyone working to try more. I want to thank all the parents whose sons and daughters were entrusted to my care, even if it was only 1 hour a day for one semester. Some of those students I had the opportunity of working with for 6 years in more than one class and after school. Finally, I also want to thank all of the students I ever had for trusting me to help them to be better human beings and risking trying things that they thought they weren't capable of doing. I know many of them are all around the country and the world doing wonderful things. Sometimes as I sat in the auditorium and thought about what had occurred, I would have flashback memories of all the people that had been on stage, either in concerts or in play productions, or speaking engagements, club meetings, and that's sort of my memory of the empty space. And when I'd get down about things, I'd sit in the middle of the auditorium and I'd look at the mural that was in there. And if you've been in there, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, please get there and take a look at the mural of Abraham Lincoln. And maybe more so a reminder in this day and age right now, the final saying that he wrote April 14th, 1865 before he went to Ford's Theater was, so as to make it a union of hearts and hands, as well as of states. We need to remind ourselves that we have to work at that union. That's what happens when these people gather. They work to create a union of hearts and hands, and they hope to extend that to you as an audience member. So finally, we thank all of you for coming and, yes, choosing to take your time and make this a choice to make it part of your life to be with us. I really appreciate this. I was shocked, surprised, but I am also extremely proud. When I look at the list of people that have received this award, I am even more honored and grateful. Thank you, Manitowoc, for supporting the arts, and please keep that up, because if we don't, it's easily lost, and that would be a great loss for all of our spirits and souls. Thank you.